Hi, I'm Joe Keefe, editor of Marine News Magazine and Maritime Logistics Professional. We're here at SMM 2016, and Scott Groves, the Business Development Manager, Marine for Thordon Bearings, has been kind enough to come and visit us. Thanks for coming down, Scott.
Thank you very much, Joe. Thanks for the introduction. I'm happy to be here.
How's the show going for you so far? Are you happy with the traffic, and are you getting to see the people that you want to see?
So far, the show has been really fantastic. We've had a chance to catch up with a lot of our long-term customers, show them some of the new and innovative products that Thordon Bearings has been working on, and also, equally as important, we're looking to meet with some newer customers to find those new opportunities to tell them and teach them about what Thordon Bearings has to offer for ship owners.
Fair enough. So let's launch into a few questions here, if I could. The deck machinery, it's an increasingly big focus for Thordon Bearings, and in light of the VGP in the U.S., it's also ramped up as well. So is this aspect of Thordon's market increasing? And if so, where do you see the biggest market penetration?
Absolutely, it is. The VGP has been massive news for ship owners, and generally when we think about VGP, we do think about things like propeller shafts and stern tubes and oil leakage, and that is absolutely a focus of our company with our water lubricated propeller shaft bearing systems. However, one piece that's often missed is the deck machinery. Vessels can be with many different grease bronze applications, and when there's wash or where there's rainwater, there's going to be pollution, and we take our bearing technologies. We have higher pressure bearing materials for deck equipment than we do for our propeller shafts, good enough up to 45 MPa or 6,500 PSI. And we are targeting applications like lifeboat davits. We look at rolling fair leads, and we look at steering linkage bushings. You know, particularly in the inland river system, you'll have grease bronze jockey bars for tiller arm steering. Alignment isn't always good. You'll get abrasives in the area. I mean, it's not a clean working environment that can get in that grease and it can bind up the application. And we've had a lot of success taking this to our inland river customers and installing stainless steel pins and our new Thorplast Blue deck machinery bushing. And not only are we providing a service that helps the equipment operate more successfully and smoothly, but at the same time, we're completely eliminating grease from that portion of the ship and eliminating a potential headache for customers.
Very good. Let's stay with the inland rivers here. Arguably, Thordon's better known in the blue water deep draft solution market, but it's much more. You've got some penetration into the inland river markets right now. Tell us about that market and what your market share might be.
Our market share in the inland river system for propeller shaft bearings is roughly about 35%. And when we attack the blue water market, we have a very specific design system for our commercial ship operators. But we do appreciate that not all systems are for the same ship owner, and we have a special system for the inland river system. It's called River Tough Bearings, and our TG100 mechanical seal. When we look at the inland river system, these are hardworking boats. They're operated by hardworking guys, and what we want to do is we want to provide them with a solution that lets them run and lets them operate and avoid unscheduled dry docks at all costs. So what we do is we use a very soft polymer with very hard shaft liners, which is the best of both worlds for abrasive applications. So we can just run it, forget it. There's no filtration. We have the raw inland river system lubricating the propeller shaft bearings, and the performance is absolutely perfect. We look about 3 to 10 thousandths of wear per year, which is fantastic. And one of the developments that we came out with recently is our TG100 mechanical shaft seal. And it's a silicon carbide face seal where all of the rubber elements, so the emergency bellows and also the Omega bellows, has been replaced with our proprietary polymers. So when that vessel does dock, the costs associated with those rubber elements are gone. So it's a set and forget type seal to go with our set and forget type bearings as well. Both products, specifically that TG100, were developed entirely for the inland river system, and it's been an absolutely bulletproof great solution for us so far.
And that's going to do nothing but grow, I would imagine, with the VGP and the new subchapter M regulations, yes?
Absolutely. The VGP, for companies that focus on removing oil and grease for the water with new products, with a proven track record of 45 years behind you, we're in a really great position, and we look for considerable growth.
Okay. So you've recently won the Tanker Shipping and Trade Environment Award on the basis that the system allows ship owners to cost-effectively comply with marine pollution rules. So that sounds nice, but can you give me an estimate of the cost savings in terms of not having to buy lubricants and the long-lasting performance of a typical Thordon shaft seal bearing?
Absolutely. The shaft seal or the bearing package that we offer for commercial ship owners for blue water operation is a complete system. It's not just a bearing. It's not just a seal. And it starts with the Thordon water quality package that's going to take water from an onboard source, the sea chest most likely, and it's going to come into what we have as a water quality package. The water quality package uses separation and not filtration to remove the abrasives from the water. It's then going to pass through a flow meter, and it's going to the flow meter in the package ensures that the bearings always see the minimum flow rate, and that the water is clean to the bearing manufacturer's specifications, which are critical elements of meeting the new Classification Society rules for extended shaft withdrawals. So once the cleaned and monitored water enters into the stern tube, it passes through our forward seal, which we'll talk about in a bit, and then into the stern tube. So now we're filling the stern tube with seawater as opposed to oil. And we've completely removed the aft seal so the seawater can flow directly through the stern tube and back out to sea. So when we look at a couple of those critical elements, the cost of lubricant's now gone. It's gone from new build, it's gone from the maintenance and the life of the vessel. The other thing that we've eliminated is that aft seal. So the upfront cost of the aft seal is not there anymore. The field service representative time at the 5-year and 10-year dry docking has been removed. The requirement to replace the radial seal lips is gone. Any adjustments to the aft seal liner and machining of the aft seal liner is gone as well. And based on our track record, because again, this technology is not new to us. This is something we've been focusing on for the last 15 years, is we're able to show a track record of a 15-year wear life for bearings without any problem. It is the guarantee that we offer, and we do expect to see that and more in excess of 20 years in many cases. And over the lifespan of a 640 millimeter single shaft tanker, for instance, we're looking at a cost savings in 15 years of well over $650,000 US dollars.
It's a lot of money, and it's a lot of peace of mind that you buy with that money. So we've talked about your blue water solutions, your inland solutions, and we've talked about on deck. What's next for Thordon Bearings in the marine markets?
Well, great question, and we're really pleased and excited to announce the launch of our Sea Tiger mechanical face seal for blue water operation and for large shaft diameters. And when I talk about that system, in your last question, we didn't have our own mechanical seal to offer in that larger shaft diameter. The TG100 that I mentioned in our inland river discussion has been around since 2012, and we've taken that experience and we have now officially launched our Sea Tiger at SMM this year. It is an outside pressurized mechanical seal. It has very similar technology to the TG100, where you have silicon carbide on silicon carbide. All the rotary elements of the seal are housed within a bronze housing, so there's no exposure in the engine room to any rotating parts. And what makes it very attractive and quite different from the other seals on the market is if the vessel is operating and for whatever reason there is a seal face issue and there's a failure and there's leakage coming inboard, the seal features a proprietary emergency seal. Now, all the seals on the marketplace do have emergency seals. The rotation of the shaft is stopped and locked. The emergency seal is inflated, and the vessel is either tugged or a repair is carried out in situ, and then the vessel can get back underway. And for many markets, for all markets, this is not a prospect that you want to see, right? And particularly if you're a fighting ship, if you're a Navy vessel, or if you have a vessel full of passengers, this is just not something we want to come across. So with the Thordon proprietary emergency seal, you are able to inflate that seal, stop the leakage with the shaft rotating. 75% power, you can return to port, you can offload your cargo, you can offload your passengers, you can continue to fight if you're a fighting vessel without having to stop and address the seal issue in the event that there is a seal face failure. This feature is also available on our TG100 shaft seal for inland river systems. So again, if there is a seal face failure for whatever reason, if the vessel is on a collision course, if a crewman falls ill, speaking on the inland river system, the ability to function and run the shaft on the emergency seal alone is there with the Thordon TG100 and the Sea Tiger seal, which there's no other seal on the market that offers this feature.
It's an exciting development. I look forward to seeing it develop, and I appreciate you coming by. I know you're busy at the show here, and I'll let you get back to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joe.